Hey everyone, my name is Louise Mabulo and I'm a farmer, chef, and entrepreneur from the Philippines. I'm the founder of the Cacao Project, which is my social venture that aims to position farmers for sustainable success. Now, I'm also a National Geographic Young Explorer, a Forbes Under 30 honoree, and I am a UN Environment Young Champion of the Earth. I founded my social venture when I was just 18 years old in the aftermath of Super Typhoon Nok-10, which had decimated over 1,000 homes and destroyed over 80% of agricultural land in my town alone. It meant that for months or even years, our agricultural town would be reeling from the economic and social repercussions of losing livelihoods and stable income sources, or even the ability to put food on the table. And the fact is, we've been experiencing these conditions every single year with increasing intensities of typhoons year after year. It was a wake-up call that the climate crisis is not some far-off concept, but a very real and present threat that people experience disproportionately. And so I decided that it was high time for a young person like me to step forward in this industry and question what had already been done for years, transitioning our farmers into a new era of climate adaptability and resiliency and sustainable regenerative agriculture. We are dismantling cultural stigmas surrounding green jobs and enabling community members, women and youth, to be part of the movement to intrinsically tie environmental stewardship into agriculture. In fact, agriculture has been known to contribute to up to 1/3 of the greenhouse gas emissions that are currently causing climate change. And yet our food systems also hold 1/3 of the solution to the climate crisis. With our planet set to require 70% more food by 2050 and an aging population of farmers worldwide, young people need to be part of the solution in our food systems and in creating a greener path forward. Between the global pandemic that we're all currently experiencing and the triple planetary crisis of soil degradation, the climate crisis, and pollution, young people like me seem to have a very bleak future ahead of us. And yet, we have come forward as one of the most active generations in demanding for our environmental rights. Already, we see young people across the globe taking leadership roles and at the forefront of the movement to transition into sustainability and circularity. Entrepreneurs like me are finding solutions to the recovery of our planet, and youth are working to integrate environmental education as well as demand for climate justice. Collectively, we are one of the most well-connected generations with access to information at the tap of a finger. And yet we are also the generation who are set to inherit a very uncertain world, a world we are endeavoring and dedicating the years of our youth to restore. And so I reach out to you, to all of you who are watching, whether you're young or not so young, to reset the systems that we know and implement the small steps that will bring us closer to the future that we're fighting for and the future that we envision to build. To do this, we need intergenerational collaboration. We need more people investing in youth who are taking real action for change. We also need more young people to recognize their value in this mission, to not put our resources to waste, but take on active roles, whether it's organizing local communities, planting trees, or petitioning to your local governments and businesses to take more responsible and sustainable choices. Young people hold the responsibility now in rethinking our world systems. At the onset of the decade of restoration, it is through discussions like those that we'll hear today that will determine the trajectory of our future and what lies ahead for young people who are set to inherit this planet. Which is why youth need to speak up, step forward, to ensure that we ourselves are informed enough to give justice to these discussions and to lay the groundwork for future generations who are also set to inherit this planet after us. We deserve a world that is sustainable, and we are racing against time to see that vision come to fruition. And that will not happen without the active participations, discussions, and resolutions that will come out of the discussions here. I hope today that you have a productive conference. It's easy to talk about sustainability and circularity when we see such accomplished industry experts and entrepreneurs and speakers talking about all of these topics on our screens. And it's easy to ignore the impending reality outside, to drown out the noise of our ecological collapse, our pollution, or the oversight of how we got it to go this far. The real determining factor is what you do when the camera cuts, when the laptop switches off, and you sit at home surrounded by the normalcy of the routines of your daily lives. That is when I beg the question. What will you do to shift the tide? There is time still, and I'm here today to dare you to be stewards of creation. The time for passivity is over. And for the young people watching, don't let the world look down on you because you're young, but go out there, step forward, and set the tone for the world you're going to build. My name is Louise Mabulo, and thank you so much once again for having me at this conference. I wish you a successful day ahead.